the match underway as quickly as possible. There's Terry Butcher, who'll be a disappointed man. A lot of speculation in recent days, but I must say my own feeling was that it'd be too much of a risk to bring him back, and perhaps when Graham Souness had a look out of the hotel window this morning and saw these conditions, that really did finish off any chance. So the teams break away.
I gather, Jerry, there's been some discontent in the boardroom at Celtic Park.
Yes, well, we'll get back to that in just a second, Ian. It's been a traumatic week for Celtic, but there's a man who played a part in the victory 8 years ago when Celtic won this trophy, the Republic of Ireland international keeper Pat Bonner, who has 46 caps for his country. This is in fact his 4th League Cup final, and they've all been against Rangers. So far he's won winners' medal and 2 as runners-up. And already the proud owner of 2 winners' medals is the England international keeper Chris Woods, who has 18 caps for his country. He missed out on the dramatic penalty shootout win over Aberdeen in 1987, when because of injury he was replaced by Nicky Walker. So obviously a very important man. There's Jim McCluskey, the referee, 7 years on the Grade 1 lists and 4 years on the FIFA list. This is his first major cup final and a real test for him. Well, you were saying, Ian, that a bit of controversy surrounding Celtic. We have some news that, in fact, there might be a new chief executive appointed over the next week, and the name we've been given is David Hughes, who's with PA Consultants in Glasgow. I understand the post will carry a salary in the region of £60,000 a year, but that's certainly for after the match. But it obviously has been a traumatic week for Celtic.
Well, usually it doesn't affect the players, does it? You know, the bust-ups in the boardroom, but you can never tell. I mean, a club that's happy and contented is usually the right way to send them out onto the field.
Well, what a record Rangers have in this competition. It's their 23rd appearance in the final. It's Celtic's 20th, and Rangers lead the series, a record 16 wins. Celtic have won the tournament 9 times. So the strike force of Darius Jakinovski and Jerry Craney about to get this match underway. A packed Hampden Park, 63,000 people here this afternoon, an all-ticket capacity crowd. And what a day for young Jerry Craney. He scored a few goals this season, and this is his biggest test. Alongside him, the Polish international striker Jakinovski, who's the top scorer in the tournament with 4 goals. And so this 45th League Cup final, the Skull Cup final, gets underway. Rangers charging forward through Ali McCoy. He gets away from Peter Grant, and the free kick awarded. Peter Grant operating in the right back role, making the challenge there on McCoy, who had gone on a very positive run. The referee had no hesitation in awarding the free kick. So an early test now for Pat Bonner and his defence. A test for Elliott as well. There's Bonner shouting instructions. Hately being watched very closely by Elliott. Trevor Stephen lofting it in. John Brown's up there. Well, John Brown, of course, so dangerous in the air. And you can see the determination in his face for this match. The high ball lofted in by Trevor Stephen. Anton Rogan providing the cover, doing just enough to put Brown off. John Brown and Stuart Monroe in the picture there, and both holding on to their places despite defeat by Red Star last midweek, and they'll be out to make amends, as will all of these Rangers players this afternoon. But now it's Bonner, Spackman in there with McStay, Hurler calming things down, giving an early touch to his goalkeeper. Forcing the ball out of play.
Well, both teams have started using 3 men up front, Jerry, which is not always the case, and so it shows a very positive attitude by both sides.
Well, the fans in the north enclosure there, despite the rain pouring down. It has abated a bit, but at last the ball is returned for Peter Grant to take the throw in. Poor one by Paul Elliott. Nerves obviously affecting the big centre back, and I know he relishes playing in this particular fixture. McDonald waving his man forward. Gately in there with Grant. Bolton running into trouble. Mark Walters! Walters for Rangers. And chased all the way by Anton Rogan. The referee, in fact, calling back the play. Foul to Rangers. Gately toppling to the ground as he's sandwiched by the two Celtic defenders.
Well, I would have thought the Rangers would have preferred that to have been played on, because in fact I don't think it was actually a foul anyway. It just went for the ball in the challenge, and Rangers got to the ball first.
So another test for Pat Bonner and his defenders. Mark Walters might just decide to tee this one up. Richard Gough going into the Celtic penalty area. Of course, the height of Gately as well. Pat Bonner still screaming instructions. Trevor Stephen leaving it. Mark Walters driving it forward. Well taken by Pat Bonner. Well, Mark Walters so good from these dead ball situations. It's a good curl on the shot. Pat Bonner quite happy to have retrieved that situation. Who's had 7 shutouts in 13 games so far this season. Chipped off, climbing above them all. In there with Walters, the offside flag going up against Ali McCoist. Much to the annoyance of the Rangers fans. The linesman well up with the play. Oh, what a special record Ali McCoist has in this tournament. 5 winners' medals. Monroe to Rangers rescue forward to Spackman. 5 minutes gone as Gately gets the touch on to McCoist. As touch letting him down. Rogan. Well, bad throw out there by the goalkeeper. By John Brown. Rogan giving the ball away this time, winning it back. And Collins surrounded by Rangers players. Lovely skills by Collins. Lovely switch of play by McStay. McStay driving Celtic forward again. Good play by Anton Rogan. The two captains now battling this one out. Gough giving the ball away. They're slipping all over the place in the edge of the area. Jakanovski was in there. Already the conditions a major factor. Peter Grant. Miller. Jakanovski. Taken down by John Brown.
Some lovely build-up play by Celtic there, Jerry. Very good football, playing into feet. They've got a lot of movement there. Brown in with a tackle there, and it was a full tackle, flying in from the back, using 2 feet. But I think that the Celtic, who have had to defend for the first 5 minutes or so of the game, suddenly came alive there with some lovely little bits of football.
Well, you could see all the tension on the faces of the players there. And now it's a test for Chris Woods and his defenders. And Collins. Elliott coming in at the far post. Colliding with Rogan. Free kick awarded to Rangers. Anton Rogan involved in the thick of the action with Terry Hurlock. Rangers winning the free kicker of that. Well, as you can see, the battling already going on in the middle of the park. Bolton got in possession. Now it's Walters for Rangers, getting away from Rogan. Good play by Walters, the referee allowing the advantage. Headed behind by Darius Dobchuk.
And that was better refereeing. I thought he was going to blow the whistle there for a foul. But he allowed Walters to regain his balance here. Lovely skill by Walters on the byline. Unfortunately, the cross, as far as Rangers were concerned, not good enough.
Trevor Stephen preparing to take the corner. And just pushing everyone forward. Richard Goff's up there. Elliott does well. Spackman though. Spackman with the cross. Hateley's header. Well, the Celtic defenders unhappy with the linesman, some running over to them. The cross coming in. Elliott did well initially getting the touch. Spackman, a nice turn and providing the cross for Hateley, who might have done better. A real chance for Rangers. Nigel Spackman already stamping his authority on this match. Hateley's height will be a problem for the Celtic defence. They'll be expecting, of course, to face Mo Johnson this afternoon. Paul Elliott will have his work cut out for him in these aerial battles. Off for Rangers. Stay winning back possession. It's right to Miller. Miller taken out of the play by Monroe. And the referee is going to have to start having a word with a few players because it's getting really tough out there. Celtic have the free kick. Taken forward to Jakinovski. Miller charging down the right. Well cut out by Monroe. Well read by the Rangers fullback. John Brown. Walters. Twice looking in the edge of the area. Good defensive play again by Elliott. So 10 minutes gone here at Hampden Park in the Skull Cup final. Celtic 0, Rangers 0. A check for Celtic, trying to seek out his Polish teammate, Jakinovski. It's Fulton. Jakinovski, lovely ball through to Crenny. Well stopped by Chris Woods. Well, the best chance of the match so far. Fine build up by Celtic. Jakinovski did well. He got the ball through there to Crenny, and Chris Woods doing extremely well.
Well, it was a fine stop by Chris Woods, and it had to be. Celtic really carving out the first opening in the game.
Celtic's throw. Well, Anton Rogan, who's still trying to sort out his contract problems with Celtic, but that'll be far from his mind in the heat of battle out there this afternoon. So he fought his way back into the side, in fact coming back against Rangers in the league match at Ibrox. Here comes Walters. Rogan sticking well to the task. Celtic's throw. Ball going off Gary Stevens. This time Rangers have it. Jerry Crenny getting the final touch to that one. Collins, well, slipped by Richard Goff. Crenny's in there, beautiful skills by Crenny to Jakinovski. Celtic pouring men forward, still Jakinovski! Another fine save from Chris Woods. Well, Celtic really carving this defence open now. That was brilliant play by Jerry Crenny. Jakinovski had players inside him, but he also decided to take on defenders. He got in a very good shot, and in these conditions, that's a fine save from the Rangers keeper. Here's Ali McCoist now. Good play by McCoist. Mark Walters, and it's blocked by Bonner for the corner. Well, no sooner is Chris Woods involved at one end than Pat Bonner rescuing Celtic. Ali McCoist showing great confidence, getting away there from Anton Rogan. The ball breaking for Mark Walters, and Bonner had to commit himself. He did well. Goff up at the edge of the area again as Trevor Stephen prepares to take this corner. And Brown's there as well. Haitley. Goal kick. Well, the Celtic defence having a few problems as the corner kick come over.
Well, what corner kick there, Jerry? You know, playing to the big man at the near post, Brown for the flick on. It's always difficult to stop. You can see the goalkeeper coming in behind, caught out of position for the back man. Had that header been on target, trouble for Celtic.
Mark Haitley, the man from Monaco, first Rangers £1 million. Well, Paul McStay trying the long pass to Jakanowski, not quite coming off. The fans warming to this game. Both teams making early chances. Celtic the better of them. Well, Bonner caught in possession by McCoist. Mark Walters. McCoist blocked it at the last moment. Well, what a let off for Celtic. The conditions playing a part. It was Rogan's pass back. The goalkeeper was struggling to get to it.
Well, the goalkeeper actually had about 3 touches at the ball. Still didn't. It was like trying to grab the soap in the bath, and it just squirmed away from him there. There it went away, and there was no foul there. McCoist actually didn't give a good pass here to Walters, otherwise I'm sure the Rangers might have done better.
Well, real trouble there for the Celtic defence, but they breathe more easily now and they have a free kick. Willie McCoist almost getting the final touch for Rangers there. But now it's Celtic's free kick, forward to Paul McStay. Good switch of play to Peter Grant. Miller failing to control the ball. So 15 minutes gone, still no scoring.
But we did forecast it would be an exciting game, didn't we? And it's certainly been a good 15 minutes for so far.
Monroe moving his man forward. Check. It's out by Gary Stevens. Over Stephen to Terry Hurlett. Forward to Haitley. Grant providing the cover for Celtic. The offside flag goal going up against Jerry Craney. Craney come on for the last few minutes of the Old Firm match at Ibrox earlier in the season, so this isn't entirely new to him. A ball by Trevor Stephen. It's not often you've been able to say that this season. Here's Paul McStay. Another test for Chris Woods. Well, it all began with a poor pass by Trevor Stephen. McStay pouncing on it. Terry Hurlett charging back there and possibly doing just enough to put the Celtic captain off.
Well, he did, and Jakanowski was shouting for the ball just on his right hand side there. Might have been a better ball.
Walters, the Rangers. Elliott, well, that's what you call confidence in your goalkeeper.
I was going to say that's what you call not seeing the forward on your blind side.
So Miller trying to pick out Jakanowski. Collins to Miller. Throw into Rangers. Elliott getting the touch for Celtic. Rank to Miller. A free waving play on. Jakinovski. Well cut out by Stuart Monroe. Well, Jakinovski had Fulton and Crenny in the middle. Just dithered a bit and allowed the Rangers fullback to recover the situation. Hateley.
And Hateley won that header, but when he's gone up against Elliott, Elliott's been dominating in the air.
Brown stretching for that one. Hateley again. Well, Walters and McCoy start maybe reading these situations a wee bit better. That'll set up some chances for Rangers. Hateley already showing his considerable threat. Fulton cutting out Goff's pass. Jakinovski. Fulton. Miller going for it with Monroe. Now it's Stackman. Check doing well in there this time. Miller surrounded by Rangers players. Support from Grant. The next day beavering hard for Celtic. Losing out. Hurlock looking for McCoy. McCoy showing tremendous pace. Bonner's committed himself. The referee indicating a dive by the Rangers striker and awarding the throw-in to Celtic. Well, a moment of some controversy.
Well, if I was a referee, I think I might have been given a foul there. Whether it was inside the box or outside, from here you can't tell, but that was a foul, no doubt about it.
Well, a real let-off for Celtic. Minutes gone.
Actually, goalkeepers have got very good at standing and looking very innocent with their arms out. You know, I never touched them there.
Of course, the referee faced with the situation that he could be forced to send off the goalkeeper as well because of the new rulings in force this season. So, a moment of high drama, which will no doubt be debated throughout the land later on this evening. John Collins won that, he didn't know too much about it. Here comes again, supported by Fulton. Free kick to Celtic. Richard Goff involved in the thick of the action. Richard Goff's finding this a very difficult game indeed. Oh, now he tries to marshal his defence. Top check by Brown. Back to Miller. Andrew Miller, the man who scored the winning goal here against Rangers in the Scottish Cup final a couple of years ago. Went to Crenny. Not getting away with that one, doing well, finding Walters. Walters charging forward, Gary Stevens coming in support. Stay providing good cover there against Stevens. To Jakinovski. Stackman to Walters. First touch letting him down. It's very difficult out there. Play to McCoist. Challenged by Grant. Trevor Stephen. Connor's heartbeat probably still thumping after that incident, right on the edge of the box. With Ali McCoist. Walters. Trevor Stephen to Gary Stevens. Collins back helping in defence. Paul McStay did extremely well against Hurlett. Good play by Fulton, getting away from Spackman. Celtic have got 4 players forward here. Still Fulton. Now it's Jakinovski. Jakinovski again. Oh, the Rangers defence all over the place.
I thought here actually Jakinovski might have looked to square the ball, but I think he's looking to score again. He's looking to have a shot at goal, and again there. When you look at the far post here, that was John Collins waiting for, with Joe Miller at the back.
The ball running out for the throw-in to Celtic. Jakinovski. Handball against the Celtic striker. Well, his first touch has been very good in this match so far. But, referee judging there that he'd used an arm. Play to McCoist. Walters on the right. That was well cut out by Rogan. Spackman's in there. That's Collins. Collins wants to get on with it. Good ball forward to Paul McStay. McStay taken from behind by Hurlett. Play raging on. Gary Stevens sends it behind, but the offside flag was up. Well, Terry Hurlett taking McStay out of the play after he'd made the pass. The referee decides on no action. So 25 minutes gone, still no scoring.
Yes, I was surprised that the referee didn't have a quiet word with him after the incident had finished there, because it was a deliberate push, wasn't it? And as you say, took McStay right out of the game.
Rainey doing well in the air. Well tipped. And McCoist will be in trouble with the referee. A flying elbow there as he was challenged by Dovchik. Celtic have the free kick. Rangers have the throw. Well, Paul McStay driving Celtic forward at every opportunity, having a fine match. Now it's Stuart Munro with the throw in. Miller well tackled. Between Miller and Grant breaking that. And you can see what Peter Grant thinks about that. John Brown with a huge clearance. Testing one for Anton Rogan with Walters coming in. Warner coming right to the edge of his box. Terry Hurlett getting the treatment on the The Celtic fans down there in front of us, it's a universally popular fellow.
But Rogan had a little dig at him there as the ball was played away. There's one or two little battles developing in this match, and I just hope it doesn't boil over, because it's been very keenly contested as a good football match, and it'd be a pity if just boiled a little bit over.
Ball from John Brown. For Celtic, Miller. Collins and McStay in the thick of the action. Good play again by McStay to Fulton. Fine ball to Joe Miller. Chased all the way by Monroe. Winning the corner. A good sweeping move by Celtic. Breaking out of defence. And Monroe, I'm quite sure, happy to concede the corner. Good first touch by Joe Miller as he ran onto the pass, especially in these conditions. McCoy's going back into his own box. There's Paul Elliott moving forward. Always carries a great threat in these situations. John Brown going to mark him. John Brown keeping a very close eye on him. A couple of boxers in the ring there. Headed away by Haitley. And as far as Fulton. The header from Craney. Craney showing good touches in the air. It's Haitley back helping in defence initially. Craney does so well in the area, and he scored a couple of goals with headers this season and nice touches.
Well, he looks a very good player, but I was a bit surprised at the corner kick coming in. But let's see this first.
And it's Walters getting away from Rogan. Put out by Dovcik. Walters again. Celtic have the throw. Well, sloppy play between Gough and Gary Stevens. Celtic have the throw. Stay forward looking for Jakanowski. Brown providing the cover.
I was saying about Brown before the corner kick, how he wasn't watching the ball, he was watching his opponent. Now, I mean, I can't believe that a player doesn't keep one eye on the ball and one eye on the opponent. I mean, that's the way you always mark people. Maybe some new style is developed.
So half an hour gone, no scoring. Stay caught by Spackman. Trevor Stephen taken out of the play by McStay. Well, no doubt about this one. Trevor Stephen quite clearly taken down by the Celtic captain. Peter Grant mopping up back to back. Connor, 7 shutouts in 13 games this season. He's been a never present. Gough getting the better of Craney there. And Trevor Stephen providing the pass back.
I've been expecting a little bit more from Trevor in this game. He's been rather quiet, a bit subdued there in the middle of the park.
He's certainly been Rangers' best player this season, Ian.
I gather so, but in this one, he's been quiet.
Craney coming forward. Missed there by Dovcik. It's Haitley with McCoy racing through the middle. Oh, what a great challenge by Paul Elliott. And Elliott venting his feelings at the standside linesman. Well, the slip by Dovcik. McCoy was racing through the middle. Haitley decided to go it alone, and Elliott doing so well with the challenge. For Stephen, doing well to get the cross in. Pat Bonner in trouble, but the referee awarding the free kick to Celtic. Richard Gough involved in the challenge. John Brown was up there as well. However, Stephen did well to deliver the cross. But Celtic have the free kick.
Well, Big Pat got off the hook there before, didn't he? And with Mark Haley going through like that. I mean, how much time did he want, really? He's got to knock it in. He's got to knock it in earlier than that. But great defending by Elliott.
Off with the header. That's picked up by Craney. McStay to Miller. Right to Collins. Positive run by Collins. Anton Rogan. Jakinovski. Good skills by Jakinovski. And the ball deflected behind for the corner. Well, this fellow looks right in the mood this afternoon. Good first touch again. Wrong footing the defender. Shielding the ball. And all the confidence in the world to change direction. Richard Gough deflecting the ball behind for the corner. Well, McStay given a bit of room there. Almost picking out Collins again. Stuart Monroe. Well, Alex Dovcik is operating in alongside Elliott again this afternoon, leaving it to Grant. Elliott springing forward. Oh, what a game Paul Elliott's having. One moment he's putting in a crucial tackle at the back, and there he is launching himself forward above Richard Gough. No real power in the header, but the match he's having. So still no scoring in this 45th League Cup final. Just under 10 minutes left till half-time. Rangers have the throw-in. Well, both sets of fans and full voice. They've certainly had plenty to shout about in this first half. Plenty of goal-mouth incident. Monroe looking the cross. Here's Gary Stevens. Terry Hurlock. For Celtic, away by Gough. Slipped by Gough as you hit that one, but it goes through to Walters. Challenged by Collins. Nice play again by Elliott. Bolton. Flag up for offside against Jerry Craney. Craney well offside as he ran onto that ball. Stevens, good ball forward for Hateley to chase. But he has to concede the throw-in. Well, in normal conditions, Hateley would have got to that one quite comfortably, but it's very difficult for both sets of players. Off for Rangers. Collins straight to Hurlock. McCoy's to Walters, the offside flag goes up.
Yeah, that was better football by Rangers, playing into feet, just a shade offside there, Mark Walters, as he went through. But Rangers haven't been playing that. Celtic, on the other hand, are playing more of that type of football. And I think the Rangers, if they're going to get something here today, I think they've got to play more to play into McCoy's.
Free kick to Celtic. Push by Stuart Monroe. Stay. Collins. A challenge by Monroe. Oh, driving the ball right through Walters to Rogan. And a bit of a wayward header from Monroe. Celtic had the throw. That was a good pass forward from Darius Dovcik to Anton Rogan. Jakinowski. Collins does well. Into the path now of Peter Grant. Every outfield player for Celtic inside the Rangers half. Jakinowski trying to weave some of his magic again, but running into Terry Hurlock. Trevor Stevens' pass cut out by Paul Elliott. The offside flag went up against Celtic. The ball broke to Rangers. The referee waved play on, but it broke straight back to Celtic. That's Dovcik. By Brown. So the final minutes of this first half ticking away. Still no scoring. Free waving play on as Hurlock and Collins topple to the ground. Now it's Trevor Stephen, McCoist and Haitley forward. It's played into the path of McCoist, but just too much in the pass in these conditions. Oh, Pat Bonner going right over the barrier. McCoist following right through. Bonner allowing the ball to run out. Well, McCoy's leaving his foot in. And Bonner, right over the boards. But we're watching the Olympics there.
Shades of entry there, wasn't it?
Anyway, no one hurt, and that's the main thing. So just under 5 minutes left of this first half. Haitley for Rangers to Trevor Stephen. Great play by Stephen as he gets away from Grant. Ally McCoist. Well, Trevor Stephen at last producing some of that magic, gliding away from Peter Grant. Ally McCoist, just too much height on the header.
Bit of sparkle there from Trevor Stephen, and a good little ball in. As you say, just underneath it there, McCoist. But Trevor has got to start dominating a little bit. He's allowing the McStay-Collins partnership in midfield to be dominating the game for Celtic.
Trevor Stephen. Mary Stevens. Walters doing well, getting away from Dovcik. Rogan's in there though, battling, forces it to Fulton. Stay with the cut by Spackman. Brown switching the play. Stevens to Walters. Taken down by John Collins. Rangers have the free kick. Walters trying to get more involved in this match now, but quite clearly taken out of the play by Collins. So perhaps a chance for Rangers to exert some pressure here. Pushing plenty of players forward. Richard Goff's up there on the edge of the box, along with Haitley, as Pat Bonner gets his concentration right. Stephen, play by McStay, Hurlock in there. Now, very high challenge by Hurlock. play raging on, and one of the Celtic players on the deck, I think it's Steve Coulton. Well, Coulton went into the challenge with Terry Hurlock, and the boot very high, and a sore one there for the Celtic player. He's finding Spackman. Through to Hurlock. Deeply well policed there by Darius Dovchik. So 2 minutes of the first half left, still no scoring. Back to Rogan. He's got Jakinovski to his left. Collins running through the middle. Collins now. And a mistake there by Gary Stevens. And Gary Stevens, I remember running into trouble in precisely that area of the field in the Scottish Cup final a couple of seasons ago, and it cost Rangers a goal and the cup eventually. But again, it's easy to be harsh on players on a day like this. It was very difficult for them. Elliott making his presence felt again. A real tussle going on between himself and Haitley. That's Monroe for Rangers. So we're inside the final minute of this first half. Hurlock forcing the ball forward, but Celtic have plenty of cover. Free kick to Rangers. Well, both sides will want to get through the last few seconds of this first half without any mistakes. Chance for both managers to have meaningful talks with the players during the break. So we've now moved into stoppage time. Ali McCoy's leaving it there to Nigel Spackman. Well saved by Pat Bonner. Oh, what a chance for Rangers. Haitley was up with the play as well. Spackman decided to go it alone. Well taken by Pat Bonner.
Wonderful dummy in the first place by McCoy. Spackman did have Haitley wide of him there. Had he played him, you know, that would maybe be another chance. But I think a draw's a fair result, Jerry.
So plenty of controversy, plenty of goal-mouth incidents in the first half. The half-time score here at Hampden Park: Celtic 0, Rangers 0. Rangers. Paul McStay now leading out his men. And no changes in the Celtic lineup. Well, Jim and Gordon were talking about the possibility of it going to extra time. Celtic won't want to in terms of past history because they've never won a League Cup final which has gone to extra time. But again, to balance that, Celtic manager Billy McNeill has an excellent record against Rangers. He's faced them 3 times already here at Hampden Park, twice in the Scottish Cup final, once in the Skull final, and won the lot. So Ali McCoy standing over the ball, alongside him Terry Hurlock. This is the 11th Old Firm final in this tournament. Rangers have the upper hand with 6 victories to Celtic's 4. So the second half underway. And an early touch for Chris Woods. McCoy's to Haitley. Mark Walters. Gary Stevens coming in support. Stevens forcing the ball through, winning the corner. So a good start to the second half by Rangers. Rangers attacking the Mount Florida end where most of their fans are housed. A crowd of 63,000 here this afternoon. So Took off, pushed well forward. John Brown is on the near post as Trevor Stephen takes the kick. Bonner committing himself. Good catch by the Republic of Ireland goalkeeper. And the offside flag going up against Dariusz Jakanowski. Jakanowski, the top scorer in the tournament so far, with 4 goals. Goal kick. Also a test of nerve for both keepers in this second half. Fortunately, the rain has abated. When we arrived here at Hampden around about midday today, the place was awash. The ground staff have done a magnificent job. And Brown for Rangers. Collins picked up by Hurlett. Getting the better of Speckman. Ball forward to Jakanowski. Brought down by Goff. The referee allowing the advantage. It's Craney. Well, he just couldn't capitalise. Again, good refereeing, because he could have given the free kick or the challenge on Jakanowski, but he saw that Craney was in there with the chance. Cutting away from John Brown, but the shot just a bit wavered.
Yes, again, as you made a good point, a good referee, and that was a foul, but it's nice to see the referee allowing play on, and young Crane just sliding it past the back post there.
So Mr McCluskey in his first major cup final, earning a bit of praise, deservedly so. It's an Old Firm game is always a difficult game for any referee, but a cup final, well, it's that bit special. Dariusz Dovcek providing the pass to Peter Grant. Dovcek certainly looking a lot more comfortable playing in a centre-back role than he was in the left-back role. And certainly this is the position he's been played in by his country. He got a lot of good notices after that Wembley appearance for Poland, Dariusz Dovcek.
Yes, he did do. He's looking very comfortable, as you say. I think he's settled in, and being a left-footed player and Elliott right-footed, they've got the right balance there. In the first half, a couple of times they had swapped him over, and neither looks comfortable on the other side. So again, it's this point. I think that Hateley should play down the right-hand channel, you know, against Dovcek rather than against Paul Elliott.
Now, very strong challenge by Paul Elliott on Mark Hateley. Rangers have the free kick. And Hateley seems to have taken a knock to the head, as Elliott made the challenge. And the Rangers striker will require some treatment. Phil Boersma rushing on there to administer some help to the Rangers striker. Well, you can see Hateley and Elliott going for it, and the high boot there from Elliott catching the Rangers striker right across the back of the head.
I would have thought that boot was rather high. It'd be high if it was Mo Johnson playing as well. I mean, it really was a bad one. But he's okay, he's back.
Happily for Rangers, back into the fray. So 5 minutes of the second half gone, no scoring here at Hampden. It's Trevor Stephen. Well, Hateley almost getting to the ball. Again, it was Elliott. He got the touch. I don't know if he quite knew where the ball was, but rather fortunate break for Celtic. Comes down off Elliott as Hateley came in, and Celtic off the hook. And Collins running into trouble, and that got Paul McStay a sore ankle as he stretched in for that ball. McStay limping a bit in the middle of the park. Rangers have the throw-in. Gary Stevens wasting no time. He gives it straight to Anton Rogan. Celtic's ball. Steve Fulton, 20 years of age and breaking through from the Celtic Boys Club. He's done extremely well this season. Took off while putting Spackman in a bit of bother. Celtic have players forward. Goff charging in, pushing it behind for the corner.
Well, what is Richard Goff thinking about? That was a ridiculous ball to play a fellow defender. I mean, he dropped him right in the cap. Celtic almost made something out of it, but Goff, to be fair to him, got back, got the challenge in, knocked over the corner.
Richard Goff now trying to get his defence together. Paul Elliott's up there, John Brown's with him again at the far end of the box as Celtic prepared to take this corner through. John Collins aiming it for Elliott and Rogan. Joe Miller teeing it up, driven forward, a deflection! Paul Elliott! 51 minutes gone, Celtic have taken the lead. Corner kick coming in from Collins. It broke to Joe Miller. He teed it up there, and Elliott deflecting the ball with his head right into the bottom corner of the net.
Well, Rangers punished for the initial mistake. A nice lay back, the shot coming in. You can see Elliott there on the 6-yard line. He just stooped, deflected the ball and in the far corner.
Well, what a match for Paul Elliott. I suppose if anyone was going to do something special, just getting away from the hand of Chris Woods. Well, he's been involved from the first whistle. Great defensive qualities, great attacking qualities, and Celtic leading Rangers by 1-0. Well, a test of character now for Graham Souness's team. Paul Elliott hamming things down. Well, the man from Pisa who cost £650,000 just over a year ago, he had all of his injury problems to put behind him. That's his third goal of the season. Terry Craney doing well, surrounded by Rangers players. Stuart Monroe stepping in for Rangers. The offside flag going up against the Celtic strike force. And he's Jakinovski. Well, only two players in this Celtic team have League Cup medals. Goalkeeper Pat Bonner and skipper Paul McStay, survivors from the 1982 final when they beat Rangers by 2-1. Rangers playing in the 5th consecutive final. They've won 3 of the last 4. Well, Richard Goff, who really began Rangers' downfall there with a short pass to Nigel Spackman. He then had to concede the corner kick, and he'll feel a special responsibility as captain to get his men back into this game. It's Hurlock now forward to Haitley. 55 minutes played now. Celtic playing with a lot of confidence, stringing the passes together. Jakinovski taken from behind by Brown. No foul, says the referee. Gary Stevens charging forward now to Mark Walters. Good challenge by Anton Rogan.
Mark Walters has flattered a lot today, hasn't he? And never really come up with the goods. He shows lovely little touches, lovely pieces of skill, and then there's no end product to it.
McCoy's battling away. Walters. Gary Stevens. It's a fine effort by the Rangers fullback. Well taken by Pat Bonner. Rogan was sticking there all the way with Walters. The ball dropped to the Rangers fullback. It's a good confident catch by Bonner. Spikeman fouled by Peter Grant. Pushing just about everyone forward. Richard Goff going up to the edge of the box. Pat Bonner again shouting instructions. Trevor Stephen. Richard Goff's up there, just failing to make contact. Well, I did say would feel a special responsibility after the initial mistake that led to Celtic's goal. Just inches away from doing something there.
I do get the feeling that the Rangers are pumping that ball in there. They're going with the two big fellas, trying to get the ball into them, and you get the feeling that they might just get a goal coming from a free kick or a corner kick.
Well, Hurlett going right through on Fulton. Again, the referee waving play on. Ali McCoist taken from behind. And we're going to have the first booking of the afternoon. Darius Dobchek made the challenge.
In fact, he's booking Terry Hurlett. The referee is booking Terry Hurlett.
Well, obviously for that incident with Fulton, he allowed the play to continue, but Hurlett had launched himself into Fulton. The referee allowed the play to continue, so the first booking of the afternoon. Well, the referee has shown a lot of patience. Now Rangers launch another high ball in. Elliott's up there with Goff. And Celtic are about to make a substitution. Chris Morris will be the man to come on, but still play raging on out there. Mark Walters. Still Walters winning the corner kick. Well, Celtic want to make this substitution quickly.
Why didn't Walters get that in there? I mean, he'd beaten his man, he's on the dead ball line, everybody's waiting for the cross, and he decided to run with it.
Well, Joe Miller is the man coming off. Chris Morris coming on. Morris will presumably go to right back, and it'll release Peter Grant to midfield to combat Terry Hurlett. So Chris Morris coming on for his 150th first team appearance for Celtic. He's been with them now for just over 3 years. Rangers play in the corner. Bonner committing himself. A good confident catch by the Celtic keeper. Bonner, good clean catch.
Very positive goalkeeping that.
Kanovsky racing through, just too much pace in the ball. So Celtic leading Rangers by 1-0. And here they come again. It's Fulton. He's got McStay in support. McStay! The ball deflected behind for the corner kick. Gary Stevens did well there. Paul McStay found plenty of space, delivered the cross.
Well, Celtic are on the rampage at the moment, aren't they? The winning tackles in midfield are really buzzing.
Steve Fulton stumbling off the edge of the pitch there, but here he comes now to take the corner kick. Elliott's up there again. Another testing one for Chris Woods. Craney's in there, the ball swept clear, only as far as Grant. Now it's Fulton. Fulton taking on Trevor Stephen and winning the corner kick. Trevor Stephen taking up position at the near post. There's the shot going right across the face of the Rangers goal. So Peter Grant being pushed further forward now, I think, Ian, to just beef up the midfield area.
Well, that's right. This is an area now that Celtic have got to be very competitive in, and because at times Rangers were out gunning them with 4 against 3, but Celtic have got 4 now in there.
Gately getting the touch, away by Dovcik. Craney racing through there. Goff getting the touch for Rangers to Gary Stevens. Gately in there again. Balls to Spackman. Away by Elliott. Brown getting the touch for Rangers. High boot there by Peter Grant as he challenged Stuart Munro. Elliott getting the touch for Celtic again to McStay. Jakinowski to Collins. Good play again by Celtic. Jakinowski in acres of space. Rangers player struggling to get back. That's good defensive play by Richard Goff. The Rangers look as though they'll be making a substitution. Peter Houstra, the Dutchman, getting some instructions there from the dugout. Allowing the advantage to Rangers. Spackman, Hurlock, Munro, McCoist. Ball running behind for the corner to Rangers, conceded by Chris Morris. Rangers waiting to make the substitution. It's an interesting one too, because Terry Hurlock will be the man to go off, I think. And Peter Hoistra, signed just a few months ago from Holland. Corner played right into the hands of Pat Connor. Rangers seem to have lost their way in this final.
Didn't seem to be a very popular substitution either, as far as the fans were concerned.
Well, with Grant moving into the midfield with his qualities and Hurlock coming off, it'll just make it a bit tougher, I think, for Rangers in that area.
Well, I suppose maybe what's on his mind, Graham Souness, is the fact that they've got to get a goal and get one very quickly, so he stuck the extra forward on, I suppose, and looking for a little bit of magic.
Basically hoping now that Walters and Houstra playing wide can maybe launch a few high balls into the path of Mark Hateley. Well, some anger being shown out there by several players, but let's hope it can be calmed down quickly. Darius Dovcik and Nelly McCoist involved. Paul Elliott doing the right thing there, coming across and just cooling things down. Two players flashing there. In came Hateley. Something just happened over in the corner to disturb the Polish international defender. Referee John McCluskey will have to keep a close watch on things. Just one booking so far, and that was to Terry Hurlock. And the offside flag against Dariusz Jakinowski. So 65 minutes gone, Celtic leading Rangers by 1-0. That goal coming from Paul Elliott after 51 minutes. Gately getting the touch to McCoist. Walters! A magnificent goal by Matt Walters. 65 minutes, and look at the joy among the Rangers fans. Richard Goff launching the high ball in, headed down by Hateley to McCoist. He held off the challenge, and there was Walters to drill the ball into the back of the Celtic net.
But for once, Hateley managed to outwit the defenders in there, into McCoy's feet. And there was Walters just following up, as you said, the knock it in the corner. This is a lovely ball from Goff, a beautiful weighted ball. You can see Hateley just moving to the side, nods it in. There's McCoist. I think McCoist was wanting to have a shot himself there, but just let Walters do it instead.
Well, what a game we have in our hands now. And Richard Goff will be a relieved man, Ian, because he launched that ball in. He'll be quite happy about the situation.
Oh yes. He can now concentrate on the rest of the game. He's done his little bit there. That was a lovely ball.
So the Rangers captain, man with 50 caps for Scotland, there he is now, urging on his man. Well, what a difference a goal makes. Rangers looked as though they were really falling out of things. Graham Souness making a substitution, but Hateley is the man now that obviously they're going to play a high ball into it. Well, one of the Celtic players in trouble over there on the far side. Ali McCoist making the challenge. And it looks like Darius Dovcek going right into the advertising boards.
I
Challenge going in from McCoist.
Before that shot, when I was just going to say there, I thought McCoist had actually caught him in the knee with a bit of a kick.
So the Celtic player still receiving treatment as Woods comes forward. Kick now to Celtic. Darius Dovcek has recovered and come back onto the field. Chris Morris with the free kick. And we're conceding the throw-in. Trying to pick out Grant again. Spackman's in there. Hoystra. Throw into Rangers. Monroe moving his man forward. Hateley just keeping the ball in play. Rangers now have the throw-in. McCoist forcing Dovcek into knocking the ball out of play. Ever Stephen. Forward now, looking for Ali McCoist. Chris Morris and Mark Hateley get involved. A little off the ball tussle there. The referee having a word with them, but play raging on. Paul McStay coming forward. Rangers have the free kick. Walters forward looking for Gary Stevens. Brilliant play by the Rangers fullback. Stevens into the middle. Hoystra, and it's knocked away by Elliott. Well, Rangers getting the upper hand now. Nice try again. Challenged by Elliott. Right to the edge of the box. 70 minutes played. It's getting mighty tough out there. A lot of late challenges going in. Well, Hoystra on the deck, and a lot of off-the-ball incidents. The referee will have to sort things out. But what a chance this was for Rangers. Great play by Gary Stevens. getting himself a bit of time there, providing the cross, and Austria right at Bonner, and just as well Elliott was there.
I would have thought that was the best chance of the game so far.
So Haitley being shown the yellow card, launching himself right into Chris Morris, and a few unsavoury incidents following that.
Well, the funny thing about that last tackle there, I mean, the defender wasn't even injured. You know, Haitley went in late, but he didn't injure anybody.
And this was Hausler coming forward, challenged by Elliott.
Now you see, that was very debatable, because I thought Paul Elliott kept his foot up there and hooked Huster's legs from him as he's going past him.
So Jakinovski is now in trouble with the referee. A few off-the-ball incidents as Huster lay in the ground.
Well, he actually threw the ball at one of the Rangers players. But I mean, the referee, you have to feel sorry for him here. There was 3 or 4 incidents all at one time. This is the Jakinovski throwing the ball, which really, I mean, nobody's ever been hurt with that, have they?
No. But referees told by the SFA this season that they must clamp down on all of these types of things. So thankfully we can go on with the football again. And now it's Fulton for Celtic. Collins. Still Collins. Support coming from Chris Morris. It's Paul McStay as well. Comes to Morris. Jakinovski. Jakinovski showing his marvellous skills. Down he comes, the referee waving play on. The ball runs behind for the goal kick to Rangers.
He's such a big, strong fella when he gets the ball. And I'll tell you, I thought here when I saw Mark Walters in the box, I thought, aye, here we've got a forward back. And it was Spackman actually who came in there with a bit of a semi-challenge on him. But he's had to knock off the ball.
Morris getting the touch. Stuart Monroe with the throw to Trevor Stephen. Haitley. McCoy's charging into the edge of the box. Well, a push there by Dovcek. The Rangers fans roaring that McCoy was impeded. The referee having none of it. Miss McCluskey allowing this game to flow as much as possible. McStay sending the ball through, looking for Rogan. Trevor Stephen providing the cover. Beating Haitley in there. Gary Stevens following up. McCoist in there. Now it's Mark Walters. Walters against Rogan. Good challenge by Rogan. Walters and Rogan. Again, the Celtic fullback doing well. A bit of a miscue by Elliott. Haitley getting the touch. Haustra going through, and Chris Morris did well. Stumbled but recovered enough to get the ball safely to Pat Bonner. And 15 minutes left, 1 goal apiece. Rainey. Rangers have the throw, the ball coming off Chris Morris. Haitley. Anton Rogan for Celtic. Gary Stevens, away by Spackman. Foul there by Heatley on Elliott. Celtic to make a second substitution. Young Steve Fulton coming off. Well, there was a clash between the two players. But, Fulton coming off, and John Hewitt, a man who scored many memorable goals as a substitute, most of them, mind you, for Aberdeen, but coming into the fray now. And he's a man who really does specialise in this type of situation, coming on and snatching dramatic winners. Italy getting the better of Elliott. Walters is in there. Well, a number of players struggling on a difficult pitch. First touch for John Hewitt. Jakinovski losing out. Italy finding Trevor Steven. Now it's Houstra. Getting outside of the full-back. Grant does well against Spackman. Now it's McStay. McStay's got a bit of space here. Rangers defenders rushing back. John Hewitt. Away by Goff. Only as far though as Collins. Play by Collins. He's taking on one player too many. Out of play by Spackman, and Celtic have the throw. And there's Graham Souness sitting in the director's box, and you just wonder what's going through his mind at the moment. One goal apiece. Morris. McStay battling away again, challenged by Trevor Steven. Celtic have the throw-in. Craney falls to the ground. Now it's Mark Walters for Rangers. Heatley and Elliott there, but Dovchik providing the cover. For Celtic. Intercepted by Trevor Steven. Forward to Walters. Now it's Harry McCoist, who's worked tirelessly for Rangers. Still McCoist. Trevor Steven to Mark Walters. Gary Stevens coming in support. Still Walters driving a high one into the middle. Chris Morris getting the touch. And behind by John Hewitt.
The Rangers strikers are slightly exasperated because they're taking up lovely positions at the back post where the Walters can't seem to get the ball across them. There were two of them there just waiting. Had he lifted the ball clear of the Celtic defenders, they were in.
That corner marshalling his defence. Mark Walters to take the corner kick. Richard Goff and John Brown are up there on the edge of the Celtic penalty area. Well, the ball cleared there. John Brown almost getting the final touch. Heatley involved as well. Celtic scramble it clear. Now it's Jakinovski who's onside. Celtic pouring out of defence. It's Jakinovski. Peter Grant's in there. The ball cleared away by Richard Goff. Houstra getting the touch. Celtic have it again through John Collins. Well, incredible stuff at both ends of the field. John Brown coming so close from this Rangers corner. Mark Walters driving the high ball across. Hitler at the touch. John Brown was in there. It's blocked by Bonner. And then Jakinovski finding acres of space. Peter Grant just failing to get to the ball. Chris Woods then having to make the save, and Richard Goff and Haustra getting it clear.
Oh, it's wonderful stuff, isn't it? I mean, the lads that are working the action replays don't know which one to go to. There's so much happening.
McCoy's for Rangers. And Stevens getting a second bite at it. So 9 minutes left. Celtic 1, Rangers 1. Of course, we go to extra time if necessary, and then on to a penalty shootout.
Well, this is one game, Jerry, I don't think we'll mind another half hour of.
Well, the statistics show that Celtic haven't won in extra time in this competition, but I'm quite sure that won't exactly be in their minds. Well, the torn shocks there of Peter Grant. He's been in the thick of the action all afternoon. Here's Darius Jakinovski being pursued by Richard Goff. Challenged by Goff, and the referee awarding the free kick. Well, testing moments coming up now for the Rangers defence. The ball driven in there by John Collins. And Chris Woods looking a little anxious. Now John Collins still to score his first competitive goal for Celtic since joining them in the summer for £1 million. Morris sending the ball harmlessly out of play. Well, Paul Elliott for Celtic and Mark Walters for Rangers, the 2 goal scorers. And what's been a pulsating final. They're getting the touch forward. Haustra to McCoy, taken out of the play by Dovchik. Haustra getting the ball through to McCoy. So Rangers have the free kick as a result of the Dovchik challenge. Ever Stephen, the man over the ball, aiming it for Richard Goff. It's headed behind by Anton Rogan. He gets a pat on the head there from Paul Elliott. All the game so finely balanced now. Just nipping in ahead of Richard Goff. Ever Stephen delivering the cross. Bonner's lost it in the air. Chris Morris did well under immense pressure. It's returned by Monroe. Haustra. Anxious moments for the Celtic defence now. Mark Walters, well taken this time by Bonner. Well, Bonner's caught so many cross balls to great effect this afternoon, but on that occasion, just slipping out of his grasp.
Well, he's been going for everything and getting it all afternoon. This was a real surprise because, I mean, he was under no pressure, 2 hands to the ball and then dropped it.
John Hewitt for Celtic, through looking for Jakinovski. Good challenge by Richard Goff. Walters well challenged by Rogan. Well, this is Rogan at his best, charging forward on the left side of the field. Still Rogan. He's turned many a game for Celtic through his attacking qualities. And he's won the throw-in for Celtic. So just 5 minutes left of this 45th League Cup final, the Skull final as it's known these days. Celtic 1, Rangers 1. Rogan with the throw-in. John Collins jinking about, getting the ball across. John Brown away only as far as Peter Grant. Cut out by Spackman. Now it's Haustra being pursued by Paul McStay. Haustra, the offside flag going up against Haitley and against McCoist. McCoist was on the far side of the field. The flag going up immediately. Well, you can judge that for yourself. Not enough luck in it. Morris for Celtic. John Brown getting in ahead of Jakinowski. Just under 4 minutes left. Elliott getting the touch for Celtic. What an afternoon he's had. Morris, the long one for Jakinowski, gets the touch. John Brown's in there for Rangers. Celtic have the throw-in, quickly taken by McStay. Collins, the ball to Rogan. Rogan charging forward again. John Brown does well. Dogcheck providing the cover for Celtic. Well, just about 2.5 minutes showing on the stopwatch. They look to be heading for extra time, but of course you can never take anything for granted in Old Firm matches. There's been many a dramatic late winner. Will we see one this afternoon? Here come Rangers. Haitley holding off the challenge. Trying to find Haustra. Good cover again by Paul Elliott. Stephen for Rangers. Walters topples to the ground as he's challenged by John Collins. Play on, says the referee. And Collins making his opinion known to Walters. Richard Goff coming across to the ball out of play as John Hewitt for it. Rogan. John Hewitt racing at the Rangers defence, trying to pick out Jakinowski. Well, he's played well this afternoon, Darius Jakinowski. Put himself about and shown a lot of skill in difficult conditions. We're inside the final minute. 1 goal apiece. Elliott charging forward for Celtic. Great play by Paul Elliott to Jakinowski. It's blocked by Goff. Jakinowski again inside the box. John Hewitt driving it forward. Well, Rangers under incredible pressure there. What a breakout of defence by Elliott. Jakinowski driving the ball against Richard Goff, forcing it then to John Hewitt.
Wonderful run in the first place by Paul Elliott. I thought actually he might have got the return pass, but Jakinowski, who does like to have a shot at goals, finally squeezed it there to John Hewitt, and the goalkeeper was in the right position.
Walters coming forward now for Rangers. Good challenge by Anton Rogan. So we're moving into stoppage time to be added on by Mr. McCluskey from Stewarton. 1 goal apiece. That was well cut out by Dogcheck there with Ali McCoist hovering. Hewitt trying to get forward, challenged by Nigel Spackman, and there goes the whistle. So this dramatic final will go to extra time. The scoreline here at Hampden Park after 90 minutes is Celtic 1, Rangers 1. Back in the 82 match. So the two skippers there, Richard Gough and Paul McStay. And of course the stakes huge for them this afternoon. Paul McStay will be hoping to lift the trophy for the first time as Celtic skipper, and it's also the first chance for Richard Gough as the Rangers captain. So Pat Bonner going away to the Mount Florida end, which means he'll have his back to the Rangers fans in this first period of extra time. Chris Woods going away down to the Jockstein terracing end of Hampden. So Pat Bonner there, well, he's been through all of this before, but it will be Rangers now to kick off this first period of extra time. Ali McCoist over the ball, and Joe Spackman there with him. So the first period of extra time gets underway. John Brown involved in a risky pass back towards his own goalkeeper there, Richard Gough, actually getting the ball away only as far as John Collins. Here's John Hewitt driving it forward, but the offside flag had gone up against the Celtic strikers. Rangers still have Ian Ferguson on the bench. Celtic have committed both substitutes, Chris Morris and John Hewitt. Ian Ferguson a bit shocked of match fitness, although he took part in the European tie last week. Quickly winning the ball for Rangers, but Celtic have it again. Elliott looking for Craney. Craney's had a fairly quiet time, well policed there by Monroe, but Craney scored a few goals here at Hampden. Of course he scored in the semi-final against Dundee United, but also in a couple of youth games. He says he's got a very good record here at the National Stadium. Walters getting the better of Collins. The play by Walters. It's McCoist. Spackman caught dithering. Well, in Old Firm games you don't get time like that on the ball. Logan sending it forward to Jakinovski, claims for offside. The referee waving it on, no flag from the linesman. The Rangers defenders are furious. What a chance that was for Dariusz Jakinovski. Well, no wonder the Rangers players are angry, and that's a very good stop by Chris Woods.
It was certainly a shade offside, Jerry, and a great save by Woods. Both teams really make mistakes at either end of the field at the moment.
That's Mark Walters. And into a bit of trouble. Rangers have the throw-in. There's some tired legs out there, especially in these conditions. The referee telling Gary Stevens to move back a few yards. That's Trevor Stephen. Gary Stevens again to McCoist. Walters. The ball to Spackman. Monroe. Supported by Trevor Stephen. Monroe again. There's too much space on it for Ali McCoist.
It's a difficult ball played down the channel like that, Jerry, especially if it hits the ground. It just skites away, and the best players in the world couldn't catch him.
Peter Grant does well. It's a ball to McStay. Brilliant play by McStay, getting away from Stephen. John Hewitt. Hewitt against Stevens. Well cut out by Houstra, back helping in defence. Play it for Celtic. And row for Rangers. Celtic have the throw. And of course Celtic have been through the agony of extra time already this year in the Scottish Cup final against Aberdeen, which eventually went to an incredible penalty shootout. Celtic losing 9-8. And they'll be hoping to avoid going through all of that drama again.
Is this throw-in ever going to be taken here, Jerry?
Well, the referee really should have had a word with the player. A bit fortunate there for Monroe. Haitley forward to Walters. So 5 minutes of the first period of extra time played. Still 1 goal apiece. Anton Rogan for Celtic. Shoot to Collins, caught in possession by Spackman. McCoist to Walters. This is trouble for Celtic. Oh, Walters again failing at the vital moment.
He's got a part, really, that is somebody's game up, Jerry, today. You know, he really has been in very good positions to do something decisive and then doesn't do it.
McCoist and Haitley racing through. Well, he's been in that position so often during the game, just not getting the crosses in. Toppling to the ground as he's challenged by Trevor Stephen. Celtic have the free kick. Stay looking up there, about to deliver the pass and bundled to the ground by the Rangers midfielder. Morris caught in possession by Houstra. Great ball forward now to Ali McCoist. 1 against 1 with Dovcik. McCoist, well policed by the Polish defender. Still McCoist for Rangers. Switching it to Mark Walters. Gary Stevens racing through on the right there. Walters just failing to pick him out. Well challenged by Anton Rogan. Well, Dovcik did well initially there with Ali McCoist. Stuck with him all the way, but here come Rangers again. Spackman forward to Trevor Stephen. The early cross, well taken by Pat Bonner. Celtic counter-attacking now through John Hewitt. Collins to Morris. Ranks wide on the right. Offside flag going up against Jakunovski. Well, I don't know what he's complaining about. But Rangers now about to make their final substitution. Ian Ferguson, the man coming on, and Mark Haitley leaving the field. McCoist, in fact, is the man coming off now. Well, there's a misunderstanding there on the touchline. Well, the Rangers fans are not too happy about that, and neither is Ali McCoist.
I think Mark Haitley thought he had a number 9 on his back. You know, he's that used to playing as a number 9. But I think he thought it was him.
Well, Ali McCoist, the winner of 5 League Cup final medals, looked a picture of misery as he was replaced there. Haitley. Ferguson. Good ball forward for Gary Stevens. Just again the conditions though. Taking the ball away from the full-back. So I wonder if Ian Ferguson can do something for Rangers now. Certainly a very committed player to the Ibrox cause. He's had a woeful year in terms of illness and injury. played in last year's final. Walters does well. Houstra, surrounded by Celtic players. He'll need some support here. Gets it from Walters. Trevor Stephen. A lovely switch of play to Gary Stevens. In again, looking for Haitley. Well, Haitley delivered the downward header. Pat Bonner all over the place. Ball running behind. Well, Haitley did his part, but no one there to cash in.
That's where you were thinking, where was McCoist, you know, but Graham Souness has made his decision. There's different formation on the field now. Mark Walters has moved up front, playing alongside Haitley, and he just wasn't there when Haitley nodded that one down.
So 10 minutes of the first period of extra time played, 1 goal apiece. Stevens running into trouble. Peter Grant releasing a good ball forward for Jerry Craney. Jakinovski's in the middle. Collins is arriving as well. Jakinovski, and there's McStay's shot, high and wide. Well, Paul McStay will be a bit disappointed. Well, Mo Johnson, Terry Butcher, Ian Durant, Ellie McCoist, Terry Hurlett. Well, there's virtually a cup final team in there. Never mind on the field. Well, 4 minutes left of this first period of extra time. Gary Stevens. The ball coming off the head of Darius Dovchik. Jakinovski racing through the middle, but Chris Woods committing himself. Elliott winning the ball in the air again. Spackman getting the touch for Rangers. It's too much for Houstra. Celtic have the throw. Cool play by Munro to Walters. Moves off the challenge of Morris. Oh, lovely touch there to Houstra. Bringing the outside of Elliott, delivering the cross, and it's headed behind by Anton Rogan.
The lad Houstra looks a very good player to me, Jerry. He looks, you know, as if he's got good feet, good control, bit of pace about him as well. And I think he's gradually coming into this game.
I tell you, he and Anton Rogan did well because Haitley was coming in at the far post. Now the corner to Rangers. Richard Goff's up there getting the touch. Peter Grant for Celtic. Jakinovski's first touch, letting him down. No problem there for the Celtic defence or for goalkeeper Pat Bonner. John Hewitt, another player who's had to battle against lengthy injury. The ball given away to Spackman. Collins mopping up. Well, obviously a lot of tired legs out there now, and things dipping just a bit. So 1 minute left of this first period of extra time here at Camden Park. Celtic 1, Rangers 1. Paul Elliott for Celtic after 51 minutes with a header, and then Mark Walters equalising after 65 minutes with a fine shot from the edge of the penalty box. And it's Walters in possession. Craney caught in an offside position. It's been a tough afternoon for the youngster. There is Stevens hoisting the high one for Hateley. In comes Richard Goff! Oh, a captain's goal from Richard Goff. Is mobbed by the Rangers players, the referee racing over to get them back onto the field. Well, what an afternoon it's turned out to be for Richard Goff. The ball breaking right through to him there, Morris failing to cut it out, and Goff forcing the ball over the line.
Well, that's a real opportunist goal from Richard Goff. Coming in at the back there, it was an awkward ball. Hateley went up for it initially. The bad bounce beat the Celtic defender, and there was Big Richard just getting a toe to it. But he's scored so many goals for Rangers in Scotland like that, hasn't he?
What an afternoon, as I was saying, for Richard Goff. He made a mistake that led to Celtic's opener. He had a hand in Rangers' equaliser. Now he puts them ahead in the very last minute of the first half of extra time. Well, the Rangers fans in full cry now. Well, the whistle has sounded. You wouldn't know it because of the bedlam out there. Richard Goff, his first goal of the season. And it puts Rangers 2-1 ahead. Well, it all began with the high ball from Gary Stevens. For once it got away from Elliott. And there was Goff, keeping a very cool head, just nipping in ahead of Morris. Walter Smith, the Rangers assistant manager, is telling his players to keep things as calm as possible. So the second period of extra time gets underway. Well, a game of swaying fortunes. Morris for Celtic. Cut out. Now it's Hateley. Walters.
My goodness, if Walters had just played the ball into Houster there, he was clean through.
Nigel Spackman winning the free kick. Peter Grant snapping away at his heels. Rangers fans raising the roof over there at the Mount Florida end. They're fortunate, mind you, they've got a roof to raise because the Celtic fans absolutely soaked this afternoon. Of course, a few of the Rangers fans as well in the north enclosure, a bit at Crooked as well. Hopefully the day is not far away when we'll have a national stadium that can keep everyone covered and in comfort. Trevor Stephen getting away from Peter Grant. No real power in the effort. Celtic have the throw-in. Chase Dovchik. Switching the play to Chris Morris. Spackman winning more of the ball now. Gets it to Haustra. Celtic's throw. Celtic battling hard to get forward. Spackman's in there again. John Brown. Walters to Trevor Stephen. Lovely close control by Trevor Stephen. Paul Elliott emerging with the ball. Elliott will be disappointed with that, but he's contributed so much to the afternoon. The scorer of Celtic's goal. But Rangers now leading by 2-1 in this second period of extra time here at Hampden Park. Getting the touch. Trevor Stephen combining well again with the striker. It's Ian Ferguson. Gary Stevens racing forward on the right. Ian Ferguson going it alone. Ian Ferguson! And then comes Mark Walters at the far post. But the flag is up on the near side just below our commentary position. Well, Ian Ferguson deciding to go it alone. With the flag going up there against Walters. Here comes Celtic now. It's Paul McStay. Gary Stevens doing well under pressure from John Hewitt. Well, a touch of cramp setting in for the Rangers fullback. It's 5 minutes of the second period of extra time gone. Paul McStay trying to get Celtic back into the game. Chris Morris, away by Trevor Stephen.
It's real backs to the wall time now for Rangers. Are hanging on here, all hands back.
Kapanovsky surrounded by Rangers players. Again it's Spackman. Forward for Walters to chase. He uses tremendous pace here. Dovchik sticking with him all the way. Happy to knock the ball out of play for the corner kick. And the referee looking at his watch there, and he's telling Rangers to get on with it. He'll add on time if necessary. Oyster playing the short one to Mark Walters. Walters again. And Rangers content to knock the ball about.
Well, Rangers are content to sort of run the clock down at the moment, keep the ball as long as possible. It's a good tactics. You know, Celtic have to get it, have to get up the other end of the field. So, you know, when Rangers get it down in the Celtic half, they'll try and just keep a hold of it.
The referee awarding a free kick to Rangers. Haustra going on the outside of McStay. Elliott getting his head to the cross. And the throw in to Rangers. Now Celtic have it. Play extremely scrappy at the moment. Rogan looking for Jakinovski, is challenged by Goff. And Stevens. Morris for Celtic. To Hewitt. Two substitutes there, Tangling and Ian Ferguson emerging with the ball. He's done well, Ian Ferguson, since coming on, apart from his effort at goal. Stay running into trouble. The break of the ball though to John Collins. Anton Rogan through for Craney. The overhead kick, a good effort there by Craney. Well, that was inventive play by the Celtic striker, surrounded by Rangers players. And Chris Woods at full stretch.
Yeah, lovely piece of skill, because Chris Woods had come out his goal and he almost lobbed him.
But it's Rangers on the attack now. Fine ball through to Haustra, to Mark Walters, who's onside. Struggling to keep the ball in play, and out it goes for the throw-in to Celtic. Ball by Ferguson on Collins. Driving the ball against Walters. So the minutes ticking away here at Hampden Park. Celtic 1, Rangers 2. Jakinovski leaving it to McStay. Terrible ball there, out of defence. So just 5 minutes of the match left. Rangers have the free kick. Speckman bundled off the ball by John Collins. Walters coming forward. Still Walters. Celtic defence in all kinds of trouble there. Well, you can see what Paul Elliott thinks about it all. Still trying to up Johnny's man. Chris Morris forward. Headed down by Craney to Jakinovski. Peter Grant well forward. Craney again. Picked up by Jakinovski! Ball deflected for the corner kick to Celtic. Well, Rangers turn to be under pressure. The ball deflected wide of Wood's right-hand post. The Celtic committing everyone forward. Jakinovski and Craney right in on top of the goalkeeper. Collins takes the corner kick. Elliott's up there again. A complete miskick there by Dovcek, and now it's Rangers on the counter-attack through Haustra. He has to backpedal a bit, no real support for him. That was a good pass by Ian Ferguson, and all Trevor Stephen had to do there was nick it ahead of him, because Mark Walters was running into space. Didn't quite come off, but Rangers have it again. So 3 minutes left. Rangers leading by 2-1. Monroe forward to Hitley. Stuart Monroe winning the corner kick. The ball coming off Chris Morris. Pat Bonner again shouting instructions to his defenders. Rangers leaving 4 players back to look after the 2 Celtic strikers as Rangers take the corner, not very effectively. I think he kicked more of the flag than the ball there, but Rangers still have it. Spackman, good play by Nigel Spackman. To Walters. The ball going behind. Well, the referee awarding a throw-in. I thought it was a goal kick, frankly. It is, in fact. Well, a bit of confusion there. But anyway, the upshot is that Pat Bonner has possession. It was Celtic's ball one way or another. Celtic looking the ball forward. An untidy finish to the match. Spackman with the throw-in. Good ball by Trevor Stephen to Ferguson. Forward for Houstra. Challenged there by Elliott. Rangers have the throw. So we're inside the final minute of the match. Houstra. Challenged by Collins. Now Celtic have to get the ball up the field quickly. That's precisely what Pat Bonner does. Bricks to Walters. Rangers will be quite happy to retain possession for these final few seconds. Ferguson all the way back to Woods. So we're now into injury time. There goes the final whistle. Rangers have won the Skol League Cup for the 17th time in their history. Richard Gough, the man who scored the dramatic winning goal. A happy Walter Smith, the Rangers assistant manager. Rangers get themselves a passport to Europe for next season. Jubilant Rangers fans. Let's take a break now and rejoin us for the presentation of the Skol League Cup. McCoy's there despite the disappointment of being substituted. A hug for goalkeeper Chris Woods. Well, Richard Gough, the Rangers captain, congratulating his own players, but Ian St John was just pointing out there he went round every Celtic player to shake hands with them. A nice gesture by the Rangers captain. What a difficult afternoon he had. He was instrumental in Celtic taking the lead. A short pass to Nigel Spackman, but fighting back in magnificent tradition. He had a hand in Rangers' equaliser, scored through Mark Walters, and then he scored the winner himself. Well, Peter Houstra just at Ibrox a few months, and already he has a winner's medal. And Nigel Spackman, well, he scored in his Old Firm debut last January. He joined Rangers, scored against Celtic. He really came into the game in the latter stages, winning a lot of the ball, driving Rangers forward. And this is the kind of result, Ian, it takes a lot of pressure off clubs, because in winning this tournament they're back into Europe a year hence.
Oh yes, it'll be the first tournament of the season to be decided, and they're in Europe again next year, despite anything else that might happen. So yes, you can say he's justified the money spent in the club, and it's a nice way to start the season with 2 other trophies to go for, one in the bag already. They're making a habit of winning this one. But I must say, I thought the Celtic played ever so well today. It was a cracking final. I really enjoyed it, and I thought Celtic played some slick football. In the end, I suppose you could say that the power of Rangers probably in the end told, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought both sides played excellent football.
Well, Paul Elliott has been awarded the Man of the Match award, and certainly I don't think many people will argue with that. He had a magnificent match. Paul McStay now will lead his Celtic players to receive the runners-up medals. Well, Paul McStay, one of two survivors from Celtic's last win in this competition back in 1982. Disappointed manager Billy McNeill there with his players. Paul McStay and Pat Bonner played way back in 82 when Celtic won by 2-1. So for many of these players, an afternoon of great disappointment. Paul McStay, a player of great dignity. Little Joe Miller, followed by Pat Bonner, and the Celtic fans staying behind to cheer their men. Dariusz Jakinovski, well, he's suffered Hampden disappointment. Celtic losing here for the second time this year, going down in penalties in the Scottish Cup final to Aberdeen last May. The other Polish player, Dariusz Dovczyk, Anton Rogan, who played ever so well for Celtic. A pat on the head there from Jack Steedman, the league president for Peter Grant. Richard Gough will remember this afternoon for the rest of his career. If anyone played a captain's part, he did. Well, Richard Gough leads the jubilant Rangers players towards the podium. 28 years of age, Richard Gough. That was his first goal of the season, and what a time to score it. And the £1.2 million Graham Souness paid Spurs for him 3 years ago has paid off. A delighted Mark Walters as well. And here comes Richard Gough. Mr. John Mackenzie of Alloa Brewers handing over the Skull Cup. And Mrs. Jack Steedman will present the League Cup. A huge cheer going up from the Rangers fans. Rangers have now won 11 of the last 13 finals in this tournament. It really is quite remarkable. 4 times in the last 5 years. They really have made it their own. And Terry Butcher, well, he'll be delighted for his teammates. Crushing disappointment for him last month when he was dropped for the semi-final tie against Aberdeen. Delighted Gary Stevens there. Well, Ian, they really have made it their own trophy.
Yes, they certainly have. And as I say, I feel Rangers and Celtic today, you were a credit to the game. I thought it was a wonderful cup final. And Rangers, in the end, just about deserving to win it.
Oh, Ali McCoy always has a joke, hasn't he?
Mr. Team looking for a kiss. I don't think they get one.
Mark Walters, and as the match referee, Mr. McCluskey, who handled the match well. His first final, and a memorable afternoon for him. So let's go to the break now.
Welcome back to Hampden Park. Rangers, after extra time, are the Skull Cup winners this afternoon. 2-1 they have beaten their old firm rivals Celtic. Gordon, a just result, do you think?
Well, I think it was particularly tough on Celtic, but full credit to both teams for giving us an afternoon of fantastic entertainment, and then well done Rangers for showing tremendous character. 1-0 down, they've had a hard European Cup tie midweek, and they come back to win the game 2-1. And Graham Souness looks pretty delighted there.
Yeah, Graham Souness still enjoying the celebrations there. And, you know, it has to be said that they did it without Mo Johnston.
Yeah, obviously that was a big blow losing him before the game. Obviously Mark Hateley came in and done a good job, and there was some outstanding Rangers performances. Gary Stevens done particularly well at right back. I thought Chris Woods was absolutely magnificent, and he's carried on the form that he showed in midweek and last Saturday against St Johnstone. Real impressive stuff from him.
Well, when the goals came, Gordon, you know, they came thick and fast. Now, the opener came from Paul Elliott.
Yeah, the ball gets played out here and it gets driven in. I think a shot at goal, and Paul Elliott bends down. It was a super header, and it was very unjust him finishing in a losing side, because he'd done exceptionally well today and really had a magnificent game.
Tremendous. I mean, Paul Elliott's about as tall as you. How he got down to that, I'll never know.
Yeah, well, he wins the Man of the Match award, and I think that was 100% correct, that decision to give him that. And just tough luck. Better luck next time, Paul.
Sure. Thoroughly deserved his Man of the Match award this afternoon. At that stage, did you think Celtic might have got more? Because they certainly looked as if they had the upper hand.
Yeah, well, I think the Rangers clawed their way back into the game, and then in the second half I thought Celtic started off magnificent in the first 20 minutes of the second half, as we said earlier. But Rangers showed a lot of character, come back into the game and made quite a few openings in the second half. And of course, at the end of the day, I mean, there really was nothing in between the two teams, but Rangers were winners.
They did exactly that. They equalised, and it was Mark Walters, Gordon, who got the equaliser.
Yeah, never had one of his better games, but memorable one nevertheless. Followed this one up, knocked it into the back of the net. What more do you want?
Pat Bonner, absolutely no chance with this one.
Yeah, Haley stays on, justifies Graham Souness's decision to keep him on in the game. I think Ali was trying a shot, but it fell to Mark Walters and he knocked it in. Nice downward header. Ali looks as if he's just going to turn here and try and hit it, but Mark Walters follows it up and drills it into the bottom right-hand corner.
Actually, Ali McCosta, he did really well laying that one off, didn't he?
He had a good game, and in actual fact, I was a little bit surprised when he went off, but in saying that, he's not played in the last 2 games for Rangers, so...
Let's see the winning goal then. Richard Gough played a captain's part. As Jerry said in the commentary, it made up for the mistake that
Gary Stevens knocks the ball in and did a great game. I mean, all the hallmarks of Richard Gough, bravery and determination. Maybe Chris Morris should have been hooking this away, but Richard Gough, another vital goal for Richard Gough. He scored plenty of them in his time. Captain courageous here.
The goal that gave Rangers a cup. Join us after this break. Won the Skull Cup this afternoon, 2-1 after extra time. Jerry and Dean St John, I think, are still in the commentary position. Gents, if you've any breath left, what were your overall thoughts?
Well, I found it a very enjoyable 90 minutes. I thought it dipped a bit, Jim, during the extra time, but I suppose that's to be expected in these conditions. I thought Celtic played very, very well in the first half. Interesting then, they went to 4-4-2 after they went a goal ahead, which is quite a natural thing to do, obviously. But I think over the piece, Rangers just deserved it. They showed, as you said, a lot of character, and they fought their way back.
Oh yeah, they showed tremendous character to lose that early goal, which was always a crucial goal to lose, but they did fight back, and as I felt in the game, they were the strongest side, but only just. Although I do appreciate the way Celtic played the game. I think it's lovely, you know, there's a nice free-flowing movement to it, and it's what you call traditional Scottish football. You can't say that about Rangers because they've got 7 Englishmen playing, so they don't play traditional Scottish football. But overall, I would think that for the observers at home who are, say, not Celtic and Rangers fans watching that game today, I think everyone would have enjoyed it because it was so open, goal-mouth thrills and spills at either end, chances being created, chances missed, goalkeepers diving around. So a very enjoyable afternoon's football, and a credit to the game, I thought.
Thanks very much indeed, Ian St John.
Thanks a lot, Jerry. OK, Gordon, Rangers have won the cup, but what's the way back now for Celtic?
Well, I think, but obviously after an indifferent start to the season, I think Celtic are beginning to piece it together now. They've played particularly well over the last few weeks, and in the evidence today's performance, obviously they've missed out in Europe today, but I don't think they'll have any problems getting back in, and I think they'll figure prominently in the league title race this year. OK, well there we are. Rangers won it by 2-1. Paul Elliott put Celtic ahead, Mark Walters equalised, and Richard Gough, the captain today, got the winner. So it's congratulations to Rangers, and thanks for watching this afternoon. From myself and Gordon and all the team both here at Hampden Park and back at Cowcaddens, from us, it's goodbye.